And welcome back to the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast here on the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast show. Yes, we are live, JPO. We certainly are. And yeah, we're here, all of us good pals. And it's a very exciting week because it is Rumble week. Yes, it's time for the Royal Rumble. It's nearly here, just a few short hours away. I am your host this evening, Austin Pezhel. Jacob Barber is on assignment this evening, but hopefully he will join us for the recap next week. But got my other two Lonely Mark buddies here. JPO, Jordan Owens. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's Rumble time, baby. I always love the Rumble. It's always a favorite of mine, except for that 1 year with Shane. But, it's always a favorite of mine. So this will be looking forward to it.
No, it looks to be a very, very exciting Rumble. We'll talk about a lot of good story stuff going into it. We'll talk about all of it. Richie Goodacre, how's it going, sir?
Yeah, Shane McMahon could be responsible for, curing world hunger, and I'll still be like, yeah, but you did book a shitty World Rumble in 2022, so you got that. But yeah, I'm
doing declare yourself the best in the world, best wrestler in the world in Saudi Arabia as well. So that was not cool.
Yes. But yeah, doing all right. This is a great season, great time to be a wrestling fan. And yeah, looking forward to it. And I like it. We'll get into it. I like how it's not that predictable.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely get into it. Yeah, we're going to talk all about the Rumble. Yeah, as we talk about the matches, talk about predictions, make our predictions for who might also enter the Rumble, things like that. We'll get into all the nitty gritty details here in just a little bit. But as always, we'll start off with the fantasy rankings because it was a very, very busy week. And boy, was there a lot going on. Yeah, JPO is very excited because, as I will reveal, JPO had a hell of a week this past week between SmackDown, Saturday night's main event, and Raw. So just for the weekly standings, JPO racking 105 points over the entire week. Picking up a few points on SmackDown. Saturday night's main event was big for Mr. Owens there. Big Gunther getting that main event title defense there. So some big points in there. You also had other TV matches throughout the week. Liv Morgan getting some points there. Seth Rollins, technically a main event on Raw, so there you go. Drew McIntyre and whatnot. All kinds of good stuff happening there. Jacob had 90 points, also a good week for Mr. Barber as well. He's not even here at he's having a good week. Richie picking up 40 points, and goddamn, I had a horrible week. 5 points. I got 5 measly points for Jacob Fatu just being in a damn match, and he didn't even win the damn match technically because it was a DQ.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But god damn it, I had a horrible week, and most of my guys didn't show up on have matches on TV. Son of a bitch, New Day. I swear they've advertised them like 3 times now for a tag team match. Fuckers still haven't had a tag team match.
Yeah, they're too busy getting insulted by their friends and family.
Yeah,
I hate them.
Yeah, Kofi has a singles match. Then you freaking Xavier Woods has a singles match. What the hell? When are you guys going to have an actual tag team match? What the hell's going on? Aren't you a tag team? Wrestle some tag team matches.
But I even call Fraxium out. I'm almost regretting. Anyway, I know. It's only been a couple weeks.
Call him up randomly.
So overall standings, though, big swings there. JPO with that impressive week, shooting into the lead, 210 points overall.
From first to last, baby.
Well, yeah, man. But you're only 5 points ahead of Mr. Barber again, who had a good week as well. He's got 205 overall. Yeah, I mean, I think I was like in first or second as of last week, and then I had a Peasley paltry nothing. Richie with 185 points, and now I have been left in the dust with 125 points. So. Man, I'm really relying on this damn Rumble to get me some points this coming week. Holy shit, do I need it? And maybe the follow-up Raws as well. So, but we are in WrestleMania season, so there will be a lot of opportunities. We got 3 big pay-per-views. We got the Rumble, we got the Elimination Chamber, we got WrestleMania, which will also be 2 nights. So, lots of opportunities for points, and this bad boy goes through SummerSlam, so anything could happen.
I think another issue you have is you've got the Gorillas of Destiny, and Tony Lowe has been injured, so they haven't really been wrestling in a tag match.
I know, but there's like no other tag teams to take. The tag team division is paltry. It's slim pickings right now, so there's like not much to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many people I can like who do I sub in? A-Town Down Under. They're on Raw now.
Kind of on NXT right now.
Yeah, I mean, what do I take? I mean, there's nothing to do. Yeah, I mean, what do I do? There's nothing there. Pick up some random two people and hope they become a tag team. I don't know. So yeah, there's just nothing there. So it kind of is what it is. And my two women have yet to make an appearances that I think they're going to be in the Rumble. So that's my only hope is that they make their returns at the Rumble. So yeah. But before we jump into the news, we are technically still in fantasy. We put it out there. Does anybody want to make a trade or anything like that? This is your opportunity.
That's
so
a good
we
week.
say it every week. All right. No, JB is happy. He's not trading nobody. He's got people in matches, at the Rumble. So I think he's going to be pretty happy. You got your boy Kevin Owens has a big match, obviously, at the Rumble. Seth Rollins, Damon Priest should be in the Rumble. Dominic Chad Gable, I believe, should be in the Rumble. So I mean, most of you people should be. And to be fair, I think all 6 of mine are pretty much confirmed for the Rumble, other than one, which I'm pretty sure will be in it as one of the surprises. We'll talk about it. And then, like I said, my ladies I'm hoping will both return in the Rumble as well. JPO, your ladies are pretty much guaranteed for the Rumble as well. Richie, you're looking pretty good going into the Rumble. You got Cody Rhodes, so he's got a big, ladder match potential, title defense there. LA Knights confirmed for the Rumble. Sami Zayn, Nakamura confirmed for the Rumble. Finn Balor and Ludwig Kaiser not yet, but I was surprised they could be. It could be. We'll see. Yeah. Kaiser, I would suspect, will be in there. I don't know about Balor. Balor could be the question.
You would think so. I don't know what Finn Balor did to hurt people. I don't know. I mean, we're speaking of hurt people. That's probably in the news about people being hurt. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just put it out there that Fraxium, if you haven't debuted by the day after WrestleMania, the guy I might have to put you on the free agent list, and
okay,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man, if I were you, I might give it till Mania at least, but we'll see. I might not hold it. I might never be too jumpy with that one. I had to be jumpy with one of my ladies because I read something about a contract dispute. So I was like, oh boy, that's never good news. But yeah, Jacob, as far as him looking, Braun Breaker, Drew McIntyre, both confirmed for the Rumble. Randy Orton could possibly make a return to the Rumble. We'll talk about it. Could make a big return. Jey Uso confirmed. I believe Sheamus, not officially confirmed, but most likely will be in the Rumble. I don't see why he wouldn't be. And Logan Paul is confirmed for the Rumble. Rhea Ripley, Laya Valkyrie. Rhea Ripley, the champion, so won't have a match, won't be in the Rumble. But Laya Valkyrie, I believe, confirmed for the Rumble. I believe she confirmed.
Lyra should have said it.
Yeah, she said it, and then he'll have a good night for his tag teams because DIY is facing the Motion Machine Guns 2 out of 3 falls for the tag titles. We'll talk about it as far as that goes. So, but yes, if nobody wants to make a trade, we'll close the fantasies for now, and we'll get into some news. So, should we talk a little bit about Saturday night's main event? We did have a Saturday night's main event. Kind of seems so long ago, but it only happened, 5-6 days ago. Yeah, really not that long ago. It kind of seems like way in the distance now, but been a lot going on. But yeah, we had a decent night of wrestling. Not a whole lot as far as like angles or big storylines and whatnot, but some solid wrestling. We had Rhea Ripley defeating Nia Jax, and what I thought was a pretty good match there. Yeah, we had Jacob Fatu, more of a story where he got disqualified, like I like to say, for kicking too much ass.
That's what I was going to mention. The Vinny quote of too much,
too much ass kicking. You're disqualified for kicking too much ass.
What did he do? He hit the hip thing in the corner too much. I don't know. That's not his fault. He kicked ass. Just let him pin the guy.
If the referee thought it was too much ass kicking, call the match off and say that homeboy can't continue and the match is done. Yeah, I just don't see why. Technically, Braun Strowman won that match by DQ. That's bullshit.
And you turned Jacob Fatu into a baby face because
he pulled a Bronson Reed. They like to see people kicking people's asses. It's fun.
Yeah. So but by the end of it, like the crowd are kind of apathetic during the match, kind of, and then but at the end, people like chanting for Fatu.
So no, they were with him. I suspect Jacob Fatu will also be in the Rumble. We'll talk about it, and he can make a big impact there and be that kind of big monster. I think that everybody will have to gang up on. That could be a lot of fun. And then we had Sheamus and Braun Breaker. A nice meaty match that I thought was pretty fun. Those two guys beat the shit out of each other. That was a good time to watch. That spear spot was ridiculous. Braun speared him off the stairs. Oh my God, was that disgusting?
The only thing that was weird about that match is Jesse Ventura kept going, "Yeah, the referee counted to 3." I don't think he did.
No, he didn't. But
he kept going on about it. I'm like, he did it. And then I saw like a photo of Sheamus and Jesse Ventura sort of embracing him. I'm like, I'm not probably looking into things, but I'm like, are they was that on purpose? Are they trying to is he trying to get? Is going to be a manager or something? But I don't know what I don't know what Jesse was saying. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Gunther obviously taking out Jey Uso, putting up a good fight there, but he falls to the mighty Gunther, who retains his title. But JPO, your overall thoughts on Saturday night's main event? You watch the show. What'd you think about it overall, man? Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, I checked it out. I enjoyed these while they're lasting, and this one was a little predictable, so it's not my favorite one by any means. And like you said, the kind of problem with the Fatu and Strowman match, which I kind of saw coming. I kind of felt like they weren't just going to give Jacob the win, which they probably just should have. But because this doesn't make Braun look any better. Not like we walk out going, hey, at least they saved face for him. I mean, it's sometimes it is matches that have matches. I didn't really have any faith in Jay, but it was fun.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I didn't mind it as far as obviously I didn't really like the ending of how they went about the Jacob Fatu Braun Strowman match. But I don't know what they're going out. Maybe they're going to do Jake Fatu and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. See that? I didn't mind it. I know we were talking about the rest of the show. I know talking about in the chat the constant ads. Although with me it just sort of it would go, hey, we're doing commercial break, and then it'll come on. But that did, I will admit, that did happen a lot. So I can imagine.
Yeah, I even said in the chat, man, during the Gunther Jey Uso, I swear there was 4 commercial breaks, the whole thing between the entrances to the end. I was getting really annoyed with how it was. Yeah.
So as a timing nerd, every match went almost 3, normally less than 2 commercial. Yeah, that's the only problem too with it being on NBC and whatnot. They're very commercial heavy. And at the end of the day, by the time the bell rings, as far as wrestling that we physically see, they end up only being 10-minute matches sometimes.
That's what I mean. I think somebody did the calculations. It might have even been the Brian of anything. They timed it, and the match itself was 17 minutes, but we saw 9 minutes of it. We missed 8 minutes.
Okay, I can tell you, Rhea beat Nia in 7:30. Braun beat Sheamus in 8:30. Braun beat Fatu in 5:30, and then Gunther beat Jay in 10:05. And that's because again, I like it time with what I physically saw. So, each match was 10 minutes.
That's what I mean. Long. Each commercial break was at least 2.5, 3 minutes at least. So I mean,
they're normally right around that 3 mark, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, we missed significant chunks of each of those matches, which
it reminded me of the first one where it's good, but nothing really gets to that second gear. Even Sammy and Drew from that first one was it's good, but I know y'all could have gone another 10 if given time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I know. I mean, it's kind of like how some of the old ones were. The old ones were kind of similar. When you go back and watch them, it was very segmented because they would have commercial breaks, kinda.
It is, but it's also I feel like we live in a different time now.
Yeah.
No one's looking for Hogan and Big Bossman to go 20, so it kind of made sense. We live now in kind of a work rate era where it's I know Gunther and Jay could have gone 15. And I guess technically they did. They probably went 13, but I only saw 10. I know Sammy and Drew could have gone longer. You know what I mean? So
that's why I'm sort of glad. We'll get to it, but I'm glad that Motor City Machine Guns and DIY are on the pay-per-view because we kind of speculated that it could be on this show. But I want to.
Hopefully they'll get them some good ass time. Yeah.
Because those guys can go, and if they were on this show, they're probably going to get 10 minutes. So, if that. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. So hopefully, I don't know, they can maybe work out some of that. I get that they have to go to a commercial, at least one for most of the matches. I get it, but I just wish they would kind of program them better, so to speak.
I think there's a
Best use
better
of
way to
10 more
stagger.
things.
Like AEW, just to give them some credit, I feel
Yeah,
stagger their matches a little bit better. Like in
yeah,
WWE, very much like we need a 5-minute intro for Jay, and now you get 2 minutes of match. Like you know what I
hmm
mean? So they could.
yeah,
I think there's a way to edit it better and stagger it better.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
Um,
to rain on Jay's parade. He's the most over guy in the company, but his entrances are legit.
It's yeah, as a fan standpoint, like if I was in the arena, I'd be
Probably
overhyped.
fun.
But as
Yeah.
far as a TV watcher, yeah, it's a little bit of a bloop, 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 fast forward at the
Well,
beginning.
all I'll say is maybe expect him to enter one or two in the Rumble so they can do the entrance. That's all.
That's what happened last year. Him and
That's
his
what happened
brother did it
last year.
last year.
That's
So
what I mean. So I might expect something similar this year where he draws number
that's
one and two
the
again
only
just so
people
they
that
can
get
do the entrance.
entrances.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get your music, but yeah, having him walking down the aisle, not coming out of the crowd, would be a little odd. And the only way to do that is if he enters one or two. So we'll see if he draws that again. But yeah, just finishes alone. So yeah, Saturday's main event. Yeah, solid show. Again, nothing overly spectacular. A little bit of story with Jacob Fatu just looking like a monster going into the Rumble, so that's always good. Again, I'm speculating that he's going to be in it, but I would most likely put money that he's going to be on it. He'll be like probably the one guy from the bloodline in there. But yeah, so we'll move on. We had another kind of big announcement, and I did pull the graphic really quick. He's kind of
Yeah,
inducting
baby.
himself, but it is what it is. But
No,
certainly, we
it
thought
Hold
that
was
would
on.
be
he
a
had
nice.
no idea. Shawn
Yeah,
and Undertaker surprised him. Even
Yeah,
yeah.
Stephanie didn't know. They kind of
No,
went
no,
above it with Nick Khan.
yeah,
I
okay,
think it was near Nick Khan, Shawn, and Undertaker. They were at like this
Yeah.
town hall thing. And they're like, oh, but because
Yeah.
I don't think he would ever like.
No, no,
Otherwise,
no. They said they did it without his permission because they knew he would say no.
he wouldn't say
Like this was
yeah.
a Shawn Undertaker thing. Yeah.
okay.
And this is kind of the way, like, everything didn't go, if things didn't go down the way they did with like Vince, it's probably how I would envision him getting inducted would be. It would be like sort of like
My only qualm to that is I think people would be too afraid Vince would get mad and like take it out on him. I don't know if they would have, but maybe.
I don't know, but yeah, like no, that makes sense. But like, it's funny because he was already like introduced as WWE Hall of Famer Triple H because obviously the X thing, but
Him and DX, yeah.
it opens the door because it's like it does open the door too because it's like, well, you can be like, well, technically Chyna's a Hall of Famer because she's DX. I'm like, well, no, she is with DX, but like you set the precedent now. You could give her an individual induction.
Well, they've said the president a long time ago. I mean, Ric Flair's in it. Isn't Booker T in it twice? Like,
yeah.
They've said the president a while ago.
I just don't think they'd go that route that often. Like, you could put like Arn Anderson in it. You could put like just like
I know. I was gonna bring that up. Arn Anderson should be in it. Fucking Billy Jim's in it, but still, that's another point.
yeah. So, I mean, like it's cool. He's deserving of it, and I think it's really cool. I do wonder. We're probably never going to find out. I do wonder who Triple H had in mind in his head prior to this announcement. Prior to this announcement, if he had anyone lined up. But yeah, if they'll probably just be inducted.
I'm sure there'll be another really good pick that they have that maybe would have been, they'll probably open and close with two big names.
Maybe it's a good year. Maybe it's a good year for Batista to go in, right? In Triple H and Batista.
Yeah. That's a good pull.
Well, now that Batista is like.
Batista.
It's now because he's done the whole thing where he's kind of trimmed down. He's definitely like not coming back to wrestling anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely just doing the full time acting. He's not wrestling again. Like I mean, look at his physique. Like he's slimmed down because he's like I literally physically can't keep the bulk anymore. You know what I mean? He's like I just can't keep doing that anymore. I'm like he's in his 50s now, right, or something like that. So I mean, he's like age
because he started even his wrestling career late. He's a 30s, a late bloomer.
Yeah. So I mean, he's and you can already see it in some of the trailers for some of the upcoming movies he's doing. Yeah, he's not as big as he was.
No, and he said before too, like he's very happy with how it ended. Him and Triple H and Mania, like kind of the way to go out. You know what I mean? And he would have been in the Hall of Fame several years ago. Just he didn't want to do it in front of nobody. It was the COVID year, so he's like, "No, I'm good. Let me do it in front of fans. Like it's my one time Well, fucking wait, which I get.
No, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, Batista and Triple H being in the same thing, could be pretty cool. So yeah,
that's cool.
But,
I'm all for it, but in general, I've loved Triple H for a long time. I'm a big DX guy, so he's 100% worthy of it. Even before any of the, creative takeover, like the dude was easily like a Hall of Famer, before any of that. So
no, 100%. Who inducts him?
I'm thinking
Triple H.
I'm thinking, it's one of two people, Sean or Stephanie. Outside chance, maybe Kevin Nash, but I think it's either Sean or Stephanie.
I was at Sean, probably does. It's probably Sean.
I think
it'd be cute to just do all of DX. I don't know, but yeah, probably Sean. That would make sense, but
yeah. So yeah, Sean would make the most sense, and be pretty accessible, obviously. So. But there you go. Yeah, Triple H, kind of our first inductee as we start to get, we start to get in the WrestleMania season. We start to get these induction announcements.
Yeah,
every other week or so. So yeah, there we go. I don't see Cena going in yet because I think they'll wait till after his run and then maybe put him in next year.
I think he goes next year.
Next year.
Also, too, that's too big of anyone that's in this year will probably be not a bigger name than Triple H.
Yeah,
maybe equal, but not bigger.
You can't have John Cena, a guy, one of the biggest wrestlers names in wrestling.
Save him for
second tier.
Yeah, no. So save him for next year, if not whenever year it makes sense, like hometown
or whatever. Yeah, do that, and he can be the headline guy because he's the headline guy.
Oh, 100%. Oh my god,
he's the final, the closer.
If you want to argue just like trendsetters and moneymakers, he's Mount Rushmore. Like whether you like it or not.
Yeah, no, 100%. We talked about that when we did the rank 'em. He's up there for sure. So yeah, we'll see who they rattle off. Over the next few weeks for the other spots. It's always fun to speculate, but you never know with them. Sometimes they bring people out of nowhere and just throw.
That tag team.
The U.S. Express from last year, we were all like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I love you, but that was a let's honor Bray kind of thing.
Yeah. So
they could have put RS just individually. I'd be fine with that.
They probably should.
Mike Rotunda would have been fine. Yeah, I'm with it. We talked about that last year. Yeah, put Mike Rotunda in. That's fine.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of it. On AEW with RJ City, he had the Rock and Roll Express on, and he mentions like the U.S. Express, and literally Ricky Moore goes, "Who?" So just how big that tag team was.
Oh, that Hall of Fame team. Oh,
Rotunda and Wyndham. Oh, okay. They were the U.S. Express. Oh shit. Okay. He'd tell me like Ricky Moore didn't remember that at all.
They're like D-tier Express. It's like Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, and everybody else.
So short. I think at the time I looked it up on the exact show of like a year and a half. Maybe it's right at that Mania season, and then it's done by the next year.
Yeah.
And U.S. Express are in the Hall of Fame. Midnight Express isn't.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's plenty of those that you can say.
That's what I mean. Like, what? How do you? And Midnight Express guys are starting to pass away at this point. There's not many of them left. So, we
lost Beautiful Bobby. Yeah,
we lost Beautiful Bobby. Dennis Condrey. Yeah, he's still around, but he's in really bad health. I think.
Oh, true.
I just think he's in really bad health. If he is still alive, he's in really bad health. Stan Lane's still around, I believe. So, Stan's there. Cornette, obviously, but it's like if you're gonna do it, you better do it while these guys are around. Do it while they're around.
That's the problem. They wait around too much. Like I would have loved to hear Vader's Hall of Fame speech, but they waited too long. He passed away.
I have some Vader news coming up soon.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna talk about Dark Side of the Ring, aren't you? Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I had it pulled up on another tab, but I can let you. No, go ahead. I mean, that's a good transition.
Whatever. Good.
So, I'll let you take care of it. But yeah, they announced all season 6 of Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, coming up less than 2 months.
Yeah, all the upcoming topics. But yeah, rattle them off, JPO. You got them in front of you. Hit it.
Looks like we're gonna talk again. Hey, ever heard of this Hell in a Cell match? So we'll talk a little more Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley, I guess, whatnot. Vader's got an episode. Tony Atlas. Maybe they'll mention the time Tony complimented my toes. That's a true story. There's a Ludwig Borga episode. All right, I guess I don't know anything about him. So
he's like a real neo-Nazi in real life. So that'll probably come out.
It wasn't great.
There's stories about him like trying to recruit people to be like white supremacists. It's really weird. Yeah,
I just know they're Die Hard.
And he died a few years ago. I'm pretty sure he killed himself.
Okay. Billy Jack Haynes, who I know is a great shooter review crazy guy. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, he's got a good story. Superstar Billy Graham, that should be a good one. Daphne, shout out to Daphne. The original Sheik, and they're gonna talk a little more Muhammad Hassan, that whole character and whatnot. So he's still around. He'll talk about it, I'm sure.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be actually on the episode because he
100%. Yeah, no, he's done interviews. He did
because that one's got like that weird ending to his just whole run where they had that terrorist attack in London and that you just killed his character completely. Yep. It was just done. After a hot year, it was just over. It was weird.
It ends with a pay-per-view match with Taker taking him out, and then they go, and we'll never talk about him again.
Never talk again. He's gone.
The Simpsons.
Bye, Muhammad. He was probably going to win the world. He was probably going to win the world title at some point. That was how high on them they were.
It's such a fun story of get your heat, kid. Too much heat, kid. Like what he did nothing wrong.
I did exactly what you told me to do, and it got over. What do you want? What do you want me to do? Yeah.
And also too, I think you guys might know this. Just a good Italian dude, by the way. Not even that ethnicity.
Mark, somebody. Mark, he has an Italian name. Capani. Also, you probably want to hear Billy Jack Haynes. He's I'm pretty sure he's in being charged with murder. He killed his wife.
Even better. Not even better. Sorry, that's not wrong. Even better for a good episode. Not that I condone or
I'm pretty sure
whoever died.
Yeah, that's probably why he's got an episode. He's.
Well, I also know he was just really big too on being fucking conspiracies and fuck Vince McMahon. I know he's a big shoot interview guy too, but before the murder. So it's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah. So he's still alive. But February 8, 2024, he was arrested following a 2-hour standoff with police and a shooting, and then he's expected. I guess he hasn't been yet, So I guess the trial's been pushed back a number of times, but he's basically charged with the murder of his wife. Yeah, and that's ongoing. So
all right, well there's an episode for you.
He's in jail right
March
now.
25th. So. A couple months away.
Yeah. So that's the Daphne one's gonna be a heartbreaker, man. That's a pretty tragic one. So that's
I just did a high spots thing that was a big tribute to her. I donated.
Yeah, I didn't really know her. I did work some FIP shows that she hung around on, so I did kind of tangentially know her and just had a few brief interactions with her, and she seemed very sweet every time. I got nothing bad to say about Daphne. So yeah, I mean, she was always very sweet in the brief interaction I had. But it was when she was doing ring announcing for FIP for a little while, if anybody remembers that, for a little bit. So
big startup of the Shine promotion.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So. Interesting stuff there. So
legit an actress originally too. Just hired to be in those Crowbar David Flair skits, and then fell in love with the business and legitimately learned.
I always thought it was kind of maybe a missed opportunity that they didn't WWE didn't pick up her contract, because I thought she'd be a good character for WWE. I think she would fit right in, but that never happened.
So let's see, what do we had a few more people declare for the Rumble officially on Raw and whatnot. So the number of official for the men's, this is as of Raw. Obviously we'll get a few more probably trickle in on SmackDown, and then they'll leave a few open spaces as they usually do to fill in maybe the day of, but as of right now I believe we have 15 males announced for the men's Rumble. We have LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Nakamura, Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes announced after Raw. 15, again, a very star-studded Rumble as of right now, and obviously we'll expect maybe a few more. I would expect guys like Sheamus to probably be in there. Guys like maybe Kaiser, I think, even teased a little bit. So Kaiser will probably be in there. From SmackDown, maybe you might have an Andrade.
Andrade. There's
Jimmy,
a whole
Jimmy Uso, the other Uso. Jay is already declared. Jimmy is not declared yet, but he'll probably be in there. Jacob Fatu, I mentioned, will probably declare for the Rumble as well.
I just realized if Jay is number one, that'd be the second time he is number one. Because remember, I think the Usos were number one last year when they both came out the same.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what we're talking about. But I mean, it makes sense again if you want to give him their, to hit that entrance, he's got to be one or two. He's got to be right there. Otherwise, he's just got to. Well, I mean, if he does it in the middle of the show, I think that distracts from the Rumble. If he's doing his entrance and like nobody's watching the ring, that would be a little weird. And then we have, I believe, 10 women officially announced for the Rumble as of right now. Again, we'll probably get a few more on SmackDown, but Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair was announced on SmackDown. Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, and Io Sky, all official as of right now. So they've got a few more slots to fill. I'm sure we'll get a few more SmackDown, and then we'll get some. We'll see who gets called up. I could see more NXT call-ups on the women's side than the men's side in that women's Rumble.
That's been pretty prevalent almost since day one with the women. That like there's the male roster is so big. But because the female roster is kind of smaller in general, there is a lot more legends, NXTs. Yeah, there's been years where there's been like 3 or 4 NXTs, 2 or 3 legends, and over at the men's, it's like 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely could be one person. I don't know if you'll probably get into it, to transition into it. Jordan Grace, she just signed the company. So
Nick Khan did say during a recent thing that is official. Jordan Grace is with the company, so no reason that she couldn't be.
No, I mean that could definitely be a safe pick when we get into our picks of who will, each of our 2 picks, for the surprise entrance or whatnot. That would probably be a pretty safe bet. Even though she tried to tweet something about like, no, I'm gonna be like at my mama's birthday party. It's like, yeah, okay, sure you are, okay.
Yeah, always with a grain of salt. Do I take anybody saying they're not gonna be in the Rumble? Yeah, even you, Pez. If you're like, you promise, I promise you, Jordan, I'm not in the Rumble.
I swear to God, Jordan, I'm going to be hosting the stream here tonight. I will not be in Indianapolis.
And then 3, 2, 1, your background's a green screen. You got your gear on. You're in the ring.
I know. I knew it. Ref Pez in the fucking Rumble. God damn it, asshole. No,
that on my bingo sheet.
Yeah, no. Until the Rumble's over, I never know who's actually confirmed and not confirmed. So until the damn thing's over, we'll get into the specifics of. We'll talk about the actual who we think will win and who we think will be the surprise entrance and whatnot. And then we will get to our Rumble numbers as well. So a little tease for later. We'll be spinning our wheel of Rumble numbers to where they're extra prediction points if one of the person that wins each respective Rumble entered at a number that you drew on the wheel. That's an extra bonus prediction point. So there you go. So just some fun little extras because there's only 4 matches. We got to do what we can to get some extra points here and there and extra fantasy points as well. What else is in the news on the AEW side? Timeless Tony Storm is back on Collision and then Dynamite. So she revealed that it was all a big facade and a really weird plan. Doesn't really make any sense, I guess. But your plan was to get the shit kicked out of you multiple times. Okay. I don't know. Weird plan. All right. Okay, sure. Whatever you say, Tony. but still, I think most people are still just happy to have Timeless Tony back. It means, Richie, you're probably going to see, you are confirmed to see Timeless Tony, taking on Mariah May at Grand Slam. So that card is coming together. But Harley Cameron as well looks like fellow Aussie. Maybe
she's probably going to have a decent place on the card too. She's getting a little showcase at the moment. And she's actually pretty fun. I kind of like her.
She's had kind of a breakout year,
yeah. I always put her on my breakout kind of like when we did the Marquis. I was thinking of her. She's very charismatic. So that's good. I mean, we're getting that tag match that we predicted of the Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay. Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. Should be all good. It sucks for you guys because I'm pretty sure like initially it was going to air, I think, at a decent time for you guys at around like I don't know, I want to say 7, 8 Eastern. They even advertised, they even put that out there, and then
now it's going to air live.
And I guess it was like on tape delay or something. But then I guess someone told them, "Hey, you can't do it there because that clashes with the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game." So they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it live, but it's like 2:30
like 2:30 in the morning for like me and JPO. Yeah, I'm not watching it live at 2:30.
Wait,
that didn't happen.
Hold on. Yeah. JPO is unaware. What is happening?
So the Grand Slam thing, they were gonna have it like
For
they were gonna tape it,
AEW.
right?
Okay.
For AEW Grand Slam,
Yeah.
they were gonna air it in like a normal time slot or whatever, at
Yeah.
like 8 or
It'd be
whatever.
tape
But
delay,
but it conflicts with a like NBA or baseball or whatever,
Okay.
some sports ball game on TBS, TNT. And so they're gonna air it live at 2:30 in the morning and then put it for replay on Max, obviously. So needless to say, JPL
we'll wake
will
up
be
the next day
watching
and watch
the
it.
replay the next day. Yes. 100%.
I might watch it live. We'll see. Well, probably.
As much as I love that they're coming here, coming to Brisbane. I don't know whether they come back here in a hurry or go. I mean, they're probably they might go to UK. They've got a big, huge fan base there. But I don't know whether they go outside that anytime soon because this sort of tour has already been a kind of a fail. Like you've gone from you went from a stadium, Cycle Stadium, you had to downgrade because you didn't sell enough tickets. Then you're like, okay, cool, we'll work out time zones. Okay, go here, and then you advertise that time or like 70s, and then like you've been told, oh shit, we can't go that time. So it's 2:30 in the morning. So you're going to just going to a normal like arena, which is not like Grand Slam sort of worthy, even though it's fun for me. And then like we're very few in America will see it live. So it's just it's a cool experiment. I'm glad that they're coming here, but I don't know. It's just if they're not coming and they're not coming here in their hottest period, so I'll say that too. So, but yeah, it'd be cool. I want them to see them succeed and get back on track, and I would love to see them go back to Australia, but they might not come back here for a while.
It's very expensive to take everybody to Australia. It's a very long flights. Yeah. A lot of stuff to go over there. I mean, WWE has the money. I know Tony has the money now. I mean, they just got $150 million from Max or whatever, in that deal. But still, it's very pricey to take people overseas, other than occasionally. WWE's got the steady money pretty much for everything, and they're setting gate records because they're charging crazy. Yay! We set the gate record. That means we paid exorbitant amounts of money for this pay-per-view. Yay! We paid more prices than ever. Yay.
The cheapest ticket for WrestleMania at the back is like $700.
Yeah, that's like nosebleeds at a stadium. Like that's like rough. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little rough to be a live wrestling fan. Although Dynamite's, my girl and I went to Dynamite and it was like each ticket was like $25, so those weren't too bad at the small venue. So but even prices for Raw, SmackDown. Yeah, cheap tickets are like $100 minimum, for nosebleed seats. So, little rough there. Not much else on the AEW front. Not a whole lot going on. Jeff Jarrett will not be challenging Jon Moxley for the World Heavyweight Championship.
At least now, at the moment.
For now. It looks like he'll be more focused on MJF. Not a whole lot else going on there. Another WWE note, Clash in Paris officially announced for August 31st. Again, weird. I would have liked a little more creativity with the name, but
But yeah, like alliteration,
true. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Or like like you can't come up with the P name. I don't know. I guess
Peril in Paris.
Peril in Paris. That's a good name. Yeah, that's a good name. Peril in Paris.
Better than Clash again.
Because Clash of the Castle makes sense. Yeah,
I guess not doing Clash of the Castle this year, so they just put the Clash and then put Parrot. But yeah, I don't know. And then,
it's lazy. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know, but like,
I get what they're doing, but I don't like it.
They haven't announced like what's happening with Backlash yet, which is interesting. They've announced all that stuff, but Backlash is sooner, and I don't know. I guess I will. They've probably got some plan in mind. I know.
I keep hearing rumors about Mexico, which would be cool.
I know Bad Bunny kind of like said in an interview, "Oh, we're coming to Mexico," and we had to go, "Not necessarily." We're still working on that.
But I could also see that happening. I know they've been talking about doing Mexico City for possibly some PLE, which I guess would make sense. Like that, and that they've got Hispanic wrestlers on the roster, so obviously there's people to showcase there. You just got Penta. That would make sense. Throw Penta on that damn card. You know what I mean? Like, and you're rolling. So do that. Mysterio. So you got lucha wrestlers abound. So yeah,
dominant.
we'll see, Yeah, Dominic, would be fun. They'd probably boo him. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, Clash in Paris, Sunday, August 31st, and I believe they said they're doing Raw from Paris as well the next night.
Yeah.
So a double dose of Paris. So even the Raw afterwards should be pretty fun. And I believe they said with those Raws, they're going to air those like kind of live as well, I think is what they said. Even if there's a time difference, but obviously the replay will pop like right up, once it's over, as they've been doing. So, no big deal. So if you want to watch it live at whatever the time difference for that one is, that one might be another like, oh, it's 2 a.m. here or whatever it is, like over there. But it's on Netflix. You can watch it later. So I hope they're factoring that into the numbers. I've heard the numbers for Netflix have been pretty good. They said the numbers have been very strong. Every time I go on there the day after to watch Raw, because I don't always watch it live, it's like number one on like the TV show trending thing, like the top 10 thing on Netflix on the main page.
Yeah.
So that's usually a good sign that people are watching the latest episode. So
yeah, in Australia, like to get Smack and NXT on there too, like they do pretty well as well. So pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think they're getting really good. They've said they're happy with the numbers so far, so that's good. So happy to hear that. Yeah, and I think not everybody watches it live because they're saying like a certain amount of people are watching it during the show, but the fact that it's on demand is I think more people are watching it on their schedule, which is fine. I watch it the next day on living on the gym, and then when I go home, so it works for me. Don't always stay up and watch it because I have a busy work schedule or a busy schedule here on YouTube. Yeah. So not always convenient to watch it live. But yeah, pretty solid show on Raw. That promo to end the show was great with Cody and CM Punk. Telling him that no, I'm not. I love the line. Yeah, I'm not the friend that'll stab you in the back. I'm the guy that'll stab you in the front. I'll do it right in front of your face. And I thought that was great. Just flat out telling him what he would do if he had to. And I mean, again, I like that they're. And I'll get you guys' thoughts on this. That they're setting up all these different intertwining threads between these top, like 8 or 9 guys. And I think that's a smart idea if you have something happen. So if somebody gets hurt between now and Mania, something else happens, whatever, you can pivot to a given number of storylines and you're not like, you don't have to panic. I think Triple H learned from last year with Punk going down in the Rumble, and the Rock, the bad reaction to the Rock, Cody stuff. I think he's learned to set up multiple options, having a plan A, plan B, plan C, should you need to pivot. But I love that everybody has all these beefs with each other. So that's what makes the Rumble so interesting this year. But yeah, JP, what do you think about that? They're planning for those pivots if they have to, or just planning, just having options.
Smart.
Yeah.
It's smart on a couple levels. It's smart on the pivot level, but it's also smart on a fan level too, because it sucks when, there's literally one obvious feud or 2 obvious feuds. All right, he's going to win the Rumble because they're so heavily set on A versus B, right? Yeah. So what's fun now is like, you could see several options of like, okay, if he won the Rumble, he could do this or that. If he won the Rumble, he could do this or that. Like that's what's fun for me is that like that you have options now. Like it's not set in stone for sure what those matches might be. Let's don't forget Goldberg.
Yeah, I literally don't know what the WrestleMania card is at all right now, like at all. And in some of it may still even depend on if The Rock does anything in the Rumble, which we have no idea if he will or not. You know what I mean? Like that's still a big like factor. If Randy Orton's in the Rumble or not, these people that aren't even like announced for the Rumble. What if AJ shows back up? There's rumors that he's back to 100% and he could show up in the Rumble. You know what I mean? We can talk about that. But Richie, are they planning for just having the options, keeping the fans on their toes? What do you think?
Yeah. I think in a maybe a press conference he more or less said that because he said, "Oh, in the old like regime, that's like they would have like a certain plan, and if
this guy, this match.
If they had to deviate from it, they'd be like, God, shit, all right, we'll cancel that thing with that person, put them in there. Oh God, and then they would, they wouldn't have like the kind of other sort of plans in place. So I think that's a smart idea because at this time I think it's like when we will do predictions here in a sec. I think there'll be there might be all different sort of different predictions here because it's just you don't know which way way they're going, which is, it's exciting.
Well, and you could make arguments for the, like I said, those top 6 to 8 whatever guys, some of those bigger stars. I mean, there's a lot of stars in this Rumble, but there's different guys who you could make. If this was like a wrestling debate, right? If we were doing a debate, who should win the Royal Rumble? We could all have 3 different answers and have like a really good argument, you know what I mean, for each one. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody could argue for Punk, somebody could argue for The Rock if it's The Rock, somebody could argue for Cena, somebody could argue for Roman, somebody could argue for Drew McIntyre, somebody could argue for Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? Like somebody could argue for like fucking who else is on this list? Like it was somebody could argue for
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, has a good argument. You know what I mean? Like Sami Zayn has had some great promos and motivation. Yeah, I mean, you can make arguments for a number of people to win this thing, and it would all make sense. You know, I mean, I don't think anybody would be disappointed with, really any of those results, or could, understand why they went there. So I think that's what's going to make this Rumble great, is that there's so many different intertwining stories with different people having different beefs with this person and that person and this person. And to see what actually, I just pity the person that has to book this damn thing now to like try to weave in and out of these storylines and set things in motion and whatever. But I'm sure it's a good problem to have. Like Triple H is probably one of those guys that's going to have like a team of people. Like, let's sit down and figure this out, and step by step. So it's going to be very exciting. I mean, I was going to go ahead and start getting into Rumble predictions, unless you guys JP,
I got a couple of quick tidbits.
Go ahead.
It might carry over to what he's doing, so I'll let you talk.
I just want to throw out Mustafa Ali has re-signed with TNA, so we get some more Mustafa in the future here. For those in the US, if you're kind of looking for some old NXTs, because they were taken off of Peacock once NXT went to the CW, and even the CW app only has like the recent episodes. They're starting to put them out on YouTube for free, so anyone can watch them now for free on YouTube. The first year and a half, I think, is up, as well as a couple of takeovers. If you're looking for the Iconics, they are returning to the ring for the first time in a little over 3 years. I think one of them had a kid, or they both had a kid. But Iconics are returning for the first time in 3 years. That's pretty cool. PCO was on a recent podcast explaining what happened with that fucking title, and I don't know. It sounds like he was just kind of bitter. It just kind of sounds like, like he was promises and that. Definitely a Scott D'Amore guy. Kind of like what we had kind of said was the rumors of he was promised some things. Maybe he wasn't getting the money he thought he was going to get at the re-up. They weren't listening to him. Didn't sound like he was justified, in my opinion. Like, quit.
Did you read how they like in storyline how they went about that? Or
and that's actually cool. Oh, I should have grabbed my hat. Steph DeLander, who was his love interest, fake wife on the television on the program, she comes out and she goes, "Well, my husband's no longer champ, but my boyfriend is." And Mance Warner, who was the most recent GCW champ before Effie, made his TNA debut, taking out Sami Callihan. So shout out to the Mancer, a guy I'm a huge fan of. I have his hat, I have his trading card, so I'm excited for that. I'm a big Mancer guy. He's funny, he's good. MVP has said that's not the last time you'll see him wrestle. He did that 6-man tag a couple weeks ago. He said he's got several more left in him, so you'll see maybe MVP popping up from time to time. JD McDonough was indeed roughed up on Monday here, so he will be out a couple months. Did say, knock on wood, not as bad as it could have been. So he's definitely looking on the bright side, because there's a scary spot or two even.
I was worried about it. I was worried about his neck, but apparently it was his
I thought he got some kind of whiplash from that Asai moonsault, because his neck hit the back of that front of the corner of the table, and his head jarred back, and I think like a car crash kind of whiplash thing. And then freaking Eric kneed him in the back of the head 2 minutes after that. You know what I mean? I went, oh my god. He actually had ribs and lung stuff going on.
He broke a few ribs and
couple ribs.
He got a collapsed lung or something. I'm like,
that's why he collapsed in the back.
Punctured lung or something. But I'm like, holy shit. But actually, there's an argument to be made for maybe having I don't know. I sometimes feel like the announce table's too close. When remember early 2000s Raw where the announce table was near the entrance.
They did the WCW thing for a while,
yeah. Or if you're gonna do those dives, do it near the rampway. You got more room, straight out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no table there. Like,
but that
it's
stage,
just
the ramp.
yeah,
right.
it's just a ramp, like, or just the floor.
More narrow,
you know what I mean?
but yeah.
But still, if you go straight on, like, you got more room, like, distance-wise, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to fall into something. Yeah.
And then, then the last thing I have is just don't forget that because it's the Rumble, it's kind of like Mania. Like, literally everyone's in town. Like, Legends. There's a Pro Wrestling Revolver show, which is Sam McCallion's company. So, like, all the TNA people are in town organically already here. So, again, rumors abound. I have a little list here. Omos, Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, Nikki Bella, Matt Cardona, Pat McAfee. If you go with the women's champ again, Masha Slamovich. Don't forget the heavyweight champion, Joe Hendry. So, so on and so forth. So, lots of Rumble guessings there. That's all I got for that. If we want to move on to the next thing.
Richard.
Well, like most of that carried over. There's only two other things. The other person that got roughed up a little bit the week prior, who's getting himself in mind, who is questionable for the Rumble, is Dakota Kai. That massive missile dropkick last week. Holy shit! Did you see that with Zoe Stark? Yeah, she got kind of maybe a bit concussed from that. So she's touch and go. She's had a bit of a bad run in the last couple of years with injuries. But hopefully she's all right. But yeah, that missile dropkick, as a breast it looked nasty. And also, I mean, like you kind of referenced it, but like apparently Alexa Bliss was rumored to come back, and then she might have been having some contract issues. She wants a new contract, but did he want her to work on an old one because she missed time due to injury time. And then there's a stalemate there. So hopefully she's not on her way out. But yeah, so I think Alexa's a big star and obviously has a big upside. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully they can work things out there. But yeah, that was sort of like what I sort of wanted to. Apparently, the reason why White 6 hasn't been used on SmackDown is because one of them's injured, but they didn't release. What I read doesn't really specify who. It just says one of them is injured. That's why they haven't really made a mark.
But there's 6 of them. Like,
I know. I guess.
Does that mean I mean, if one of the NWO people in WCW got injured, do they shut the whole fucking thing down? Like, what are you doing? Like, do something. Do something.
And I guess in terms of that, just remind me, I wasn't actually going to. There's transfer window. Damian Priest is on SmackDown now. He got transferred.
Zelina Vega is on SmackDown.
Zelina Vega is not in. She's got transferred. That's weird. She got transferred and it's not on LWO anymore. This might be me overthinking too, but she's married to Malachi Black. Maybe Malachi Black is on his way back to WWE, and they don't like splitting. And he might be going to SmackDown. They don't like splitting the people.
Yeah.
They don't like splitting couples up. Maybe he goes to SmackDown. I don't know. But it just seems like a weird time to do that and random to just take her out of a faction.
Yeah. But, it is what it is. I think Damian Priest will do well on SmackDown. So I feel like Raw's getting a little crowded right now, but he could shine on SmackDown a little bit. Yeah.
And a nice kind of fresh.
Yeah. Freshen it up a little bit, yeah. And the Judgment Day stuff is pretty much done with, so yeah, it's it's fine.
Poor Finn.
So,
if only Finn could have won one of those fucking matches, Jesus.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are wondering too. Odyssey Jones is returning to the Indies on February 21st.
Yeah,
he's working for Atomic here in Florida because they have no morals.
It's like there's a I've shared this a couple of times in some of the groups. There's a horror convention called Mad Monster Party in Concord, which is 2 hours from me. I went to the first one they ever did. I didn't get a chance to go last year, but they're the ones who book all the canceled celebrities. They're the ones who book Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey, a few months ago, and they had him, and the next one they have Jonathan Majors, and you know what I mean? They're just
we don't care. Give us your money.
We'll book the canceled person. We don't give a fuck and make headlines. They don't give a shit.
We got the dad from Beetlejuice. Who do you want? We got him.
Exactly. It's we don't give a shit. Fuck it. Yeah. So maybe it's like that.
That's what I was going to clarify before we moved on. When you said the Iconics were returning to the ring, do you mean in TNA or just in an indie show?
No, they're working up Prestige. So no news on if they're going to go anywhere bigger because this is their first match. One of them hasn't wrestled since their TNA leave about 3.5 years ago. The other one did a couple of stuff in their home country, and then she also done anything in 2.5. So We'll see. I think they had a good TNA run. They were champs, so like they dropped the titles right before they left.
Because I know Peyton Royce or whatever she was, and Cassie Lee. Because I know she's had 2 kids with. She wants to be a superstar. So,
yeah, I heard they were perfect 10s.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so should we get to the predictions and start doing this thing? What do you think?
10s. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna predict, obviously, like we always were. We're gonna predict the outcomes of the 4 matches. Only 4-match card, but it should be a full show, of course. And then we're also gonna the bonus predictions for each of the rumbles. So we'll get to those. So I would say, JPO, as we do the rumbles, we can do the other predictions as well at the same time. We will each be predicting 2 slots. As far as the rumbles, so you can pick a NXT call up and then somebody that's not on the main roster, essentially. So for each one, or if you want to do 2 of one or 2 of the other, basically just you're predicting 2 people that are not on the full-time WWE roster to enter the Rumble for each of the men's and 2 for the women's. So that's how that works. And those will be bonus point predictions for each one if you get them correctly. So that's how it works. But JPO, take it away.
Hell yeah. Royal Rumble, baby. Quick bonus point. Pez, Richie, what number Rumble is this?
Do
the math in my head.
35?
37? 38?
38?
38. It's a 38th Rumble this Saturday. A little early, too, don't forget. I don't know about you, Richie. Your time zones are all whatever. But for me and Pez, it's 6 o'clock. You want to tune in. That's for the main show. So I don't know if they got a pre-show.
Well, 6 o'clock is 6 o'clock is the main. I was gonna 6 o'clock is the main show. Yeah, kickoff show.
Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 8.
Yeah, but it's actually 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's early this year, very early.
So. A little early.
It's at a cushy 11 o'clock in the morning here. Anyway.
Well, that just means I gotta set that. I gotta set my pizza carry out time.
Absolutely
different this time. So yeah. But
I
was gonna say I would host. I know it's not a AEW like a pay-per-view, but I will be happy to host a watch along if we all want to watch together. So
I definitely want to do it with some people. Hell
sure.
Yeah,
I will host the stream if we want to do that for sure. Yeah. So let's do it.
And you know what? Just like Joe Hendry's name, say you want a tag team title match and they'll appear. We believe in tag team wrestling.
Yay!
Can you believe it, guys? For the first time, if you don't count the ladder match, literally since Chamber of last year, we're getting a good old tag team title match here. Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin. So cool to see them on a WWE show too. Taking on your current defending champions, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, aka Shawn Michaels and Triple H. That's our truth's recent tweet. He said, "Congratulations, Paul," and it was just a picture of Tommaso. Richie, we're gonna get 2-time champs in Motor City, or DIY gonna do it themselves?
This is tough. This is like very tough to predict. I will say DIY will have a lengthy run here. Unfortunately, the tag division is not that deep, so but like they've implied that like there's probably gonna be feuds with other people like Pretty Deadly and a few others. So I'll go DIY. But it wouldn't surprise me if it goes the other way. But I'll go DIY.
Yes, let me think. I should have thought about this first. I almost said Motor City Machine Guns, but I'm gonna go with DIY as well. Kind of based around other shenanigans that are happening that night. Pez?
Yeah, DIY just got it, and like I think Motor City Machine Guns might get it back by like WrestleMania if they do some kind of big showcase, tag team thing there. I think they could give them a big win, at Mania. But I think here, I mean, I'm with you, JB. I'm just happy these guys are on the main damn card and getting and with 2 out of 3 falls, probably getting some time. I would hope they get a good 18, 20 minutes.
They better not go less than 20.
They better not go less than 20. And these guys can go for 20, and make it great. Like 2 out of 3 falls, those guys will give them time, let them do their thing, kill it. I think they will. And it'll be a good showcase. I think. So I could see the Guns maybe having a big moment at Mania, but for now, I'll go with DIY.
All right, well, we got love for the guns, but oh my god, look at that smile. We got Gargano and Ciampa. All three of us think they will retain. And maybe Barber will disagree. He loves himself some Motor City. Motor City? Motor City.
They are not Motor Shitty. No.
Sorry. You got both world titles on the line. Shit's looking like WrestleMania 10 here, but with the world titles of Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. Richie mentioned before, Kevin loves to wrestle singles matches at the Rumble. This one no different. A ladder match going on here. We'll go with you, JPO. What do you think? Well, good question, JPO. As much as I would fucking love to see my boy Kevin grab both titles, I just don't see. Maybe if this was like Survivor Series, and then like Kevin, I just don't see Cody not going to Mania. I just don't see that happening, unfortunately. So I'm going to say Cody. Pez.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wish it wasn't as predictable, but I kind of feel like it is. I think Kevin goes on in Canada next month to do something with Sammy. It makes sense. Two Canadian boys rekindle their rivalry because obviously Sammy's going to be involved in this match or not involved in this match somehow. Because that could have consequences as well. For the actual Rumble. But regardless, it looks like they're going to lock horns again at some point, probably at Elimination Chamber. And I don't think it's going to be for a title. So yeah, I'm going to say Cody.
All right, Richie, are we going to do another three-fer? What you got?
Yeah, I want to see Kevin Owens win the title at some point because that dude hasn't held. That dude hasn't held a singles title in like 8 years. Crazy.
Yeah. Only had the one Universal title and then ended with fucking what was it, Goldberg again? God damn it, Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg. The band resistance. But yeah, these images feel like AI generated sometimes, by the way. But like just an observation sometimes. But yeah.
Well, I definitely don't think that's an actual photo shoot with the title. I'm pretty sure that's just striped over his shoulder. Kevin Owens.
I know. Yeah, that looks very sloppily done.
It's pretty well done. It's just obvious if you kind of look at it.
Yeah. I don't think Cody isn't like going to Mania not being the main event. So I think I agree. Kevin Owens probably doing something with Semi, which I don't know where that will lead ultimately for WrestleMania, but yeah, I think Cody gets the win here.
I mean, again, we got love for the opposition, but we're thinking the American Nightmare retains. All right, we only got the two more, the obvious ones here. The Women's Rumble. I'll go through that list one more time just so you can hear the names out loud again. Just a few: Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, and Io Sky. Pez?
Yeah. So this one's pretty tricky as well, much like the men's ones, because I think there are some options here. I think there's even some dark horse options, as we'll get to in one of my predictions for the two people who will enter. I see a lot of talk about Charlotte like coming in and like winning it. I think that's boring. Like as much as I would,
boring.
That's boring, and I don't want it to happen. I could see it happen, but I could see that more happening in the Vince era. Like I just think Charlotte could still have a title match at Mania without winning the Rumble. She could win the Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
She could win a Chamber, and I'd be fine with that. Like win the Chamber, get a match. I think you make a star here. You do some kind of fan favorite. I'm going Io Sky. I think Io Sky is poised to be a fan favorite, to really have a great moment here. I think you could start, if they start the show with the Women's Rumble, which I think they will, I think you could have that be a great moment, great way to kick off the show. And then, just be good. Yeah, Charlotte, I can see her being in the final four, maybe in the final two, but it's like, look, again, I have her on my fantasy thing. I just picked her up last week. So, obviously, be a big fan of fantasy points of Charlotte with the Rumble. It's good for me point-wise, but I don't necessarily want it. I just think this is a great opportunity to really, give somebody a big boost who could use it. I don't think Charlotte needs it, and she doesn't need it. She could still get there via a different way and still have her match without strong-arming her way into the Rumble and just winning it immediately. That seems boring to me. So I'm going to go with Io.
Right. I like it, Richard.
Yeah. All right, catch me up. So you picked up Charlotte. Who did you drop?
I dropped Becky Lynch because I don't know if she's going to be back or not.
Okay, fair enough.
She's still iffy with both injury and contract status. Like she could be in the Rumble, she could be a spot, but I don't know where they're going to go with her from there. I don't know she does. So I don't know.
All right.
Plus, Charlotte always fucking wins stuff. So, like, I feel like she's going to win a lot of matches when she does show up.
It's a smart move. But it's funny. I thought, okay, this match should be the point of difference. But I was leaning towards Io, if I'm being honest. I thought maybe because just where I think she's even when when Io had that match with Liv Morgan that they were teasing Io and Rhea at some point down the line as well. So it's just tough because I can't really. The other ones are obvious. Not obvious, but you know what I mean. Like they had their shine already, and I feel like Rumble's about making sort of newer stars. And I don't feel like the other ones are on the horizon. I feel like we might have point differences in the men, so I'll go Io as well.
Okay. GPU.
All right, so here's my problem. I don't fucking know, man. I think this is harder than the men's because the men's, there's several names. I'm like, yeah, that's possible. That's possible. I don't know if anyone screams that out loud to me. Like Charlotte screams out, but that is boring. I agree with Pez doing the chamber or even just do it a different way, however you want. I just had it. Bailey's not going to win 2 in a row, is she? Bianca's kind of feel like in the middle of other shit. I think she's going to end up maybe with Naomi or Jade at Mania.
Bianca could, and that breaks her out of this
maybe.
And gets her back on track as like a singles person. Like I feel like Bianca's in that discussion at least. Yeah, I considered it.
Has Bianca won before? She's won a Rumble, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's won.
Yeah,
she won in 20. She won in the pandemic era. One of the ones 2021, I believe.
I'm gonna give it an. I don't even know. This is probably a bad idea, but she's always the runner-up. I feel I'm gonna give it to Liv Morgan. I'm gonna give her some juice, and maybe she ends up like skirting and ends up going against Tiffany or something. Like I don't know. This one's hard to tell.
Are you sure you want to do that before we move on?
Shut up. Maybe Bianca. Maybe Liv. I said Liv. Screw you guys.
All right. Well, hold on. Before we move on to the men's, let's do the 2 women's predictions for the entrance, the 2 surprise entrants. So let's go on.
Well,
I mean, realistically, I think we said, but realistically, you could just pick any 2 that are just 2 people that are not on the full-time roster right now.
Okay. All right. So starting with you or me? Oh, who?
Or I would assume we can go the same order we just did. So what did we do?
You.
Was it me? Oh, okay. So these might be a lot of my picks might be very safe picks when it comes to this, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I'll take the points. I'm gonna go with Jordynne Grace. I think Jordynne Grace is a pretty safe pick to come in there and do pretty well. She's even to me a dark horse to even win it.
Yeah,
that would be fun. I'm just saying if she came in and win the damn thing, just make a star right out. I don't know if it'll happen, but she can be a dark horse. But I'll say Jordynne Grace and another safe bet. I know it's fucking safe, but Roxanne Perez will be in the fucking Rumble. So yeah.
Richie?
Yeah. I'll say I'll go just because of their TNA relationship. I'll go Marsha Slamovich. It might be a cool idea. She's appeared on NXT TV in the crowd. Why not? And for NXT, I'll do an NXT. NXT one as well. And I will. It's probably a safe pick as well, but I'll say Julia.
I think Julia because there's a strong possibility she could be in there. Yeah.
So. Can I just copy Pez? Like that's what I was gonna do.
That's fine. I mean, it's safe picks. It is what it is. Like I feel like these are safe.
Perez dropped the title. She's been in, I think, in
the
last couple of years.
She's been in the damn front row of the fucking Raw and stuff. You know what I mean? Like she's right there. So yeah.
And Grace, you have her. Showcase her again and be like, guess what, folks? Get you in here. She's a hot new signing.
Yeah.
We got the dudes Rumble because I'm a dude, you're a dude, we're all dudes, yeah. LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Richie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it. Yeah. Again, tough. 22. You know what? I'm gonna go with someone who's won it before, but I think I'll go with someone who's won it and will actually, kind of it will benefit him more than it did last time because of circumstances. So I will go Drew McIntyre here. I think like they're looking to push him really, really solid. I think, I think he still hasn't had that big moment in front of crowds, even though he did win the title for 5 minutes. But I don't again. I feel like he is. I feel like he should get another title run. So I don't know whether he goes for Cody or Gunther, but I don't know. I'd like to, either way, I'd like to see it. So I'm gonna go Drew here.
All right.
Drew McIntyre love. I'm gonna go with Pepsi Phil. I think let's give CM Punk that win, the Rumble win. I want to see it. So I'm going with Pepsi Phil. Pez.
I'm with you, JPO. Not only is he on my fantasy crew, so it'd be really great if he did actually win the Royal Rumble. I feel like I lucked out though. I have some favorites. I have some heavy favorites on mine because I got Punk, I got Cena, I got Roman Reigns. I got 3 guys you can make arguments for. So I feel lucky in that aspect. But I also think Punk, he just didn't get it last year, whether because of the injury or whatever, or it just wasn't his time, just coming back. But I think, he's going to be on this road to Mania. He's going to be focused, and I think it's going to be a big win. I think he's going to be in there with some heavy hitters, for the Final 4, Final 5, and there's going to be some good stories told. But I'm going to go with Mr. Cult of Personality. Yeah, I'm going to take Punk to win it. Watch us all be wrong because The Rock enters at 31 and wins the fucking Rumble last minute. Yeah,
at 31, he actually gets an extra spot.
I'm just saying you could have a thing where somebody gets taken out and homeboy, like they get to 30, they do their thing and all of a sudden another fucking 10 count comes on and 10, 9, 8, and then the lightning bolts and there's The Rock. Fuck you. I have a stake in the company. It's a 31-man Rumble right now.
I'm stealing this from Steven Larson. Have Curtis Axel come out because remember he never got eliminated, right? Mm-hmm. So they just assume that's number 12. But then The Rock comes out and goes, "Oh wait, he was never eliminated, so that wasn't really a taken spot. That was just him competing from years ago. The Rock is actually number 30."
Or have somebody get taken out and be like, "Well, technically, you've only had 29 people in so far. I'm number 30. Fuck you." And again, a lot of this depends on whether he's in it or not. I don't know. Like, I think it's a 50-50 shot right now.
I think even if The Rock gets in, I don't think he's gonna win.
I kind of feel like if he's in there, he wins.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna
fight Gunther or to fight
Cody.
It would be to wrestle Cody.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna point this out. Think of what there's a couple options. I think even Orton has a shot to win the Rumble, honestly, and he could set up something with Cody.
Yeah.
Again, there's options. Here's the thing.
I actually like that.
Think about the promo that Punk did with Cody, where he was doing the fortune teller thing, right? And he said, somebody's going to come at you. And you could assume this is Punk because it could apply to him, but it could apply to other people. He said, somebody, as you're down and out as this champion, as you're depressed or whatever, somebody is getting in the best shape of their life. And when you least expect it, is going to come for you or whatever, and somebody's going to turn their back and come for you or whatever. That could apply to Punk because he's his friend, but he said, I'll stab you in the front if I have to. Orton, who they have a hell of a history with, he's in the best shape of his fucking life. I mean, he's a goddamn monster right now. He's eating, as he says. And, that could apply to him. Could apply to the fucking Rock. He got all real buddy on that Raw on Netflix, drinking tequila, making him feel nice and cozy, and then he stabs you right in the fucking back, does the final boss, and comes for you at Mania, which he always said, I will still come for you. The last time they had that back and forth in the ring, he said, whether you got the title or not, this ain't over. So, He could come out of nowhere and do that. Again, I think they've got options. I don't know what they could change it the day of. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, who knows?
If it wasn't for that promo a few weeks ago between the two, they could also sort of apply to Drew McIntyre because they were tag team champions at some one point, and like they acknowledge their bodies. Like, but I know one's babyface, one's a heel, so it doesn't apply as strongly as the other options that you mentioned. But it doesn't not fit. So
that's what I mean. There's a lot of guys were like, it doesn't not fit, you know, that promo. Like, I mean, I think there's options there, you know what I mean? So it's like, again, you could apply it to multiple people, but that's the cool thing about it is that they've set up all these interweaving storylines to where, like, we have no fucking clue. I don't know. But that's what makes it exciting, man. I have no idea what's going to happen. Yeah. So, all right, well, let's predict your two other entrants here that are not on the main roster. JP, I'll let you go first. Why don't you go first on this one? What you got?
All righty. The two I'm going with is Joe Hendry. Come on, I think that's my time. We have the male champion. That pop will be huge. And finally, for the 5th year in a row, Matt Cardona. Woo. You don't know it. Yeah, he's gonna be.
All right. And yeah,
I also get the point if they call him Zack Ryder. I still get the point.
Yeah, no, same guy rule. That's fine. No, I mean, I'm going with two very safe picks again. I know I'm sorry if they're not very ambitious picks this year. I feel like I've done ambitious picks the last couple of years, JP. You can vouch for that. I've done my Scott Steiners, you know what I mean? My bullshit, you know, my Steiner, whatever the fuck, and some of the goofy ones. So I'm going to play it safe this year just for points. I'm going to also say Joe Hendry. I think that's pretty much almost a done deal, even for the entrance alone. And for the entrance as well, and the fact that it's his time, and he's on my roster, Trick Williams. So I think Trick, and we whoop that Trick at the Rumble.
Yeah,
sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll know for sure if Booker T comes out as a guest commentator for the Rumble.
Oh yeah, all right.
Oh yeah. So there you go.
I was gonna say I could also see at least for like his Rumble debut, like Booker T just like 3, 2, 1, and Booker T steps through the curtain goes, and
like accompanies him to the ring. That would be fucking great. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I could always see that coming, like his debut.
Yeah, it'd be like his hype man on the way to the ring.
Like, Booker T, the next guy. Why is he in a suit? Oh shit!
What that trick? Yeah, no. But Richie, what you got?
Yeah, so I have Trick Williams. I feel like if you have a spot where maybe Carmelo's in there and he has a bit of a run, and he's in the.
That's what I mean. I think him and Carmelo could easily do some stuff like in the Rumble as well.
Yeah,
that's pretty a given.
And maybe like out of the box compared to you guys, I'm gonna go potentially. I don't know what his contract status is, but potentially could be a free agent at this point. I'm not sure. Keeping it to 6 years. I'm gonna go Aleister Black.
Okay.
Damn, you got a ballsy pick.
Yeah, I think he's on his way back to the company, and that's why I think Zelina Vega got moved over. I think he's going to SmackDown. So yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. Sure. Well, that counts. So there you go. So yeah, I went safe with my picks. Sorry. Who cares? I'm getting my.
No, you're actually the smart one. Both of us.
I'm playing it smart this time, damn it. I know. I'm playing it smart here. But I think Hendry's like pretty like given. Like, yeah, come on. Hendry's going to be in there, dude. They're going to do the fucking entrance. He's going to have the belt. You know what I mean? He's going to be there. Crowd's going to clap along. It's going to be a good time. So, yeah. So there we go. What do you say? You guys want to do some numbers now? This could be a little fun, huh?
Yeah, that's
right. Want to have a little fun with some numbers. So let's do the order first because the order matters for this because the first two people that get spun will get an extra number because if you do the math, out of 30 numbers, there's 4 of us. There's 2 extra numbers left over, so it just goes back around to the 2 people, whoever draws number 1 and 2 here on this one, and then we'll spin the numbers after that. So let me pull up the first screen here. Let's get this one right here. All right, there we go. So we're going to spin the order of the draw here, so I will shuffle this bad boy up. Here we go. This person will get the first crack at the numbers. So somebody's not even here, Mr. Barber.
Jacob.
Right. Jacob gets the extra number, and he's not even here.
He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know where you spin it.
Yeah, I know. I'm being fair. Being fair. All right, here we go. One more. JPO, you might get lucky here. There you go. All right, JPO, you'll get an extra number as well, being the second draw. And then we will see what happens here. because these will be the numbers that if your person, the winners of the Rumble have the number you have, those are extra bonus points. So myself will be third, and then Richie, obviously, after that. All right, so we will close out this one right here, and we will load up our actual number wheel, and we're going to spin this bad boy and draw these numbers. And so what we'll do is we'll go in order. So Jacob, whatever I spin here, that will be a Jacob number, then a JPO number, then a Pez number, et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully you get those lucky numbers, those 1s, those 30s, those 27s have won a bunch. You can look out for those numbers and see what we got. So let me give it a good shuffle about every 5 numbers. So I'll hit that shuffle button again and keep it nice and random. So Jacob Barber gets the first crack at the numbers here. Let's see what he spins. There's that 27. That's usually a pretty lucky number. That's a lucky number, man. If I remember right, haven't we had a lot of winners at number 27?
The most common winning.
One of those common winning numbers. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good draw right there. All right, here we go. Our JPO, let's see what your first number is. Coming around. One of the early ones. Number 8. Okay, number 8. And what I'll try to do is, as we're going through the Rumble, as we're watching along, I with the corresponding number, I will write down who it is, and we'll keep up with it, so we can keep track here as we watch along. So we'll be like, oh, who's got number 3? Who's got number 3? Okay, someone's like, oh, that's a good one. That's a favorite. All right, so I've got looks like lucky number 7. Something for me. Okay, number 7. Richie, here comes your first number. Oh, number 12. Okay, number 12. All right. Okay, back to Mr. Barber. I'm writing all these down on my trusty paper over here. So, oh man, he's getting 27 and 28. Oh boy, getting those end ones. Oh man, nice cushy end numbers. Yeah, those end spots usually produce some heavy hitters. So yeah. All right, JPL, let's see what you got. Maybe you'll get that number 30. We'll see. There it goes. So you got an early one. You got number 6. Looks like it's gonna be number 6. 2 early ones, 6 and 8 so far.
I don't know if I love those there.
All right, I hit the shuffle button one more time. Here we go. My next number will be. Oh, looks like a nice even number 20. Okay, 20. All right, Richie. Next number. Oh boy. Oh boy. He got number 30. He's got number 30. Okay. Usually somebody could be Logan Paul this year. I kind of feel like they're angling towards that. We'll see. But we'll see who it actually is. Could be The Rock. You never know.
Could he be a dark horse to win, by the way? I know that it'll go crazy if
Logan Paul? No. I don't see that. He'll have a match at Mania, but I don't think he needs to win the Rumble. That's no. I don't see that happening. All right, back to Mr. Barber. But you got number 30, so that could be fun. All right, looks like he's going to be right in the middle of number 15. Okay. 15. All right, JPO. Got number right on the border, number 13. Okay, 13. We finally got something in the middle of the pack instead of the first group there. All right. My number around to looks like number 19. 19. I got 19 and 20. Okay. All right. And Richie, and then I'll hit the shuffle button again. All right. Number 16. Okay. All right. All right. Shuffle it up one more time. There we go. Back to Jacob. We'll have looks like an even number 10. Yeah. Sean Spears. All right. Again.
He doesn't want to do the gimmick anymore. Put his name next to.
Yeah. All right, JPO. Looks like you will be getting number. Oh, Blackjack. Wow. 21. Okay.
Now you got something deep.
All right. Something deep there. Yeah, finally. I know. I feel like it's nice when we have a little variety. I feel like if you load up on one group or another, it can be a little tricky. All right. So it looks like I've got one a little deeper. I got number 23. Okay. All right. But you got those 12, 30, and 16 so far. Maybe I'll get one from that first batch here in a minute. Yeah, and the 1s and 2s are still open. So.
Oh, here we go.
Close. No, I think it's going to be you. 22. 22. Okay, so in that kind of early home stretch there. Back to Barber. Okay. Oh, man, he's going to get it, man. He's got some good numbers. Oh, man. He's got some good ones so far. All right, JPO. Number 11. Okay. All right, number 11. All right, back to me. All right, looks like number 4. So I finally got one in the first 5. Okay, number 4. I feel like 4 is always like, that'll be like Kaiser or something stupid, you know? Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like Andrade or something.
He's always a punchline rather.
All right, Richie, looks like you might have number 18, it looks like. Yeah, 18. Okay. So still nothing in the first 10 yet. You might be waiting.
No, wait a while.
Yeah, nothing. You're waiting a while. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, again, 1, 2, 3 still on the board. So a few things. But Mr. Barber looks like he's going to have number 17. All right, 17. Okay. JPO, we're winding it down here. Not too many left.
24 looks like. Just
number 9. Number 9.
Damn it.
9. Okay.
Engine.
All right. Okay. There you go. Coming up for me. Still number 1 is on there. Yeah, still available. Looks like I've got number 5. All right, I've got 4 and 5. 4, 5, 7. Okay.
There's a lot of good late stuff too.
Yeah, we still got 29, 24, 26. And we got early. We got 1 and 3 still on there. Got some middle ones. Yeah, here we go. All right, Richie is up next. And I'll shuffle it one more time after this one. That'll be the final shuffle I do. Richie's got number 25. That could be a good number.
That's fine. That's good.
Some good ones have come in at 25 before. Yeah. Yeah. All right, back up to the top of Mr. Barber. All right. Looks like he might get coming around. It's going to be close. He's going to scoot into 14. 14. Okay. All right, JP, a couple of good ones left. Let's see what you got. All right. Oh, 26, though. That could be a good late one. We'll see. All right, 26. All right, coming to me. Only 4 left. Come on, number 1. Come on. Going to get 24. Okay. That's the latest one I've got so far is 24. So after that, I'm screwed. The latest one I'm going to have. So, all right. Yeah, that's the farthest one I got. Most of mine are in the middle or the beginning. All right. Richie. 1, 3, and 29. Ooh, number 3. That Ric Flair spot. Okay. All right. And, well, let's see if Barber gets 1 or 29. Oh, God damn it. He's going to have 27, 28, and 29. Holy shit. God damn. He's got that ending. Woo. He could have some heavy hitters in that ending. But JP, you got number 1, so it could be a marathoner at number 1. You never know.
You've got Jey Uso.
He could be 1 or 2. Hey, number 1 could be CM Punk. Could be.
Yeah.
He could run the marathon. You can see that, I mean, he could run the gauntlet. And, I can see him. He's got the cardio. He could do it. So, he's got.
Trying to look up some random stats. So far, 26 is the highest number to never win.
To never win. Who's got 26?
27, 28.
JPO has number 26. So,
oh, God damn it, really? I didn't even say that because of that reason. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But I feel like, man, I've got like early numbers and then like a good chunk between like 19 and 24. And then I've got nothing after that. So Jacob's got a lot of those super late ones. Richie, you've at least got number 30. So that could be a big one. It usually is. I mean, JP, you got number 1. So, I mean, that's pretty solid. Jacob's got number 2. Richie got number 3. So a few of those early ones. And then I've got 4 and 5. So I've at least got some early ones as well. So
I feel like when you're playing like the wrestling like 2K video game, you're playing Rumble and you just put like entry random, so you're like you're waiting around. I'm like, what? Did I get a late number? Just sitting there going, oh, yeah. I want to go to my music.
If Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, or The Miz, all possibles, appear in the Rumble, they were tied Kofi Kingston for the second most Rumbles ever. Kane is still the winner at 20.
I was gonna say Kane's been in a shitload of Rumbles. Yeah,
he wins by 4 so far. So even Kobe has to do another 4 at a time.
Wow.
Orton, Mysterio, and Miz after. Well, I get that they also have to not be Kingston. Also have to not be in it too. So
yeah, Ray is already declared, so he's definitely in. He was on that list.
So he's gonna tie Kofi if Kofi doesn't end up being.
But I could see Kofi and Xavier as both the new guys.
Oh, it's quite possible
for sure. What I was gonna say is that I didn't put him in because he's technically in the roster. I think maybe you see I can see a thing where Xavier and Kofi are like sort of doing, maybe having a run, and then Big E comes out and eliminates both of them.
Maybe. A lot of people have thought about that. They're still, again, it doesn't depend on what rumors you hear. Some people have said like, no, Big E's not coming, and then other fans.
I could also see if both the New Day guys enter, and you have both the Usos. I've heard about teases for possibly them having a Mania match. They could. Because I know we've had Usos and New Day a whole bunch in like the 2010s. I know they had 18,000 matches in the 2010s. But at the same time, this is like a new kind of version, and it's a new dynamic with the New Day being heels, and it's like new characters. You know what I mean? So at least be different, to a degree. So, and the Usos haven't tagged regularly in a long time. You know what I mean? So it could be somewhat of a fresh match. I could see them having some kind of interaction back and forth, and maybe teasing something for Mania. So I could see that being a match. Getting those guys on there, so we'll see. But like we speculated, 15 people officially, a lot of people that are probable, for the Rumble, a few surprises. So we talked about some of the probables, right?
What were my numbers again?
8, 6, 13, 21, 11, 9, 26, and 1.
I guess only I was going to say 4 through 9 have never won. Nobody has ever won at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Well, I've got 4 and 7, so well.
That's not true. There's a 5er. There actually is a 5er. So 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No, there's an 8 too. Never mind. Ignore me. There's too many stats to look at.
Yeah, there's too many stuff. I feel like those videos at the beginning throwing out all these stats and there's been 38. No,
30 is number. The final entrant is still the leading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 27 it was the winner originally with 4. Number 1 is at 3. 24 has 3, and then there's some twofers.
Ooh, I got 24. That's good.
So it'll be the 4th year. 91, 98, and 2000. So it's been 20 years since it's happened. 25 years.
Bring it back, guys.
It's overdue. It's overdue.
I'm surprised no one picked Nia Jax to win because she's got the advantage because she's big. That whole thing they do all the time. Yeah, she's big.
Oh, so big people will win.
Yeah, but if that never happens.
If she had maybe lost the title a little earlier, maybe. But I don't see her just automatically.
Yeah, they always talk about that, but like Yokozuna won the Rumble, so that would count as like a big man, a giant winning the Rumble. But then how many times have giants won the Rumble? Not really. No. Big John Studd,
I wouldn't call Batista a giant. I guess.
Yeah, he's a hoss, but he's not like a giant. Like Undertaker.
The Big Show always got screwed. Or came in second a couple times.
Yeah, they always hyped up Big Show, but he never did anything. Yeah, he never won. Close he came close twice because with Benoit and Rock, so he lasted the final 2, but he always got screwed over at the end.
It's just the thing to say on commentary.
That Andre the Giant, that was a JR thing. But Andre the Giant mentality. Well, yeah, but they don't really win that much, bro.
If you wanted that to carry weight, book some big guys to win.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I figured it could be fun just as a wrap up. We have 15 official entries so far into the Rumble. Could we predict the other 15? And let's rattle them off and see who we think the other 15 people will potentially be. Maybe by likelihood to least likely, maybe. Something like that. So I'll write down some numbers here. I'll go 1 through 15 and see if we can fill in these gaps. So let's go most likely to maybe least likely out of the remaining roster or surprise people. You know what I mean? So, do we think most likely people like Jacob Fatu?
Yeah, I feel like Fatu and even maybe Tama, but Fatu, yeah.
At least
Unless you
Fatu. I
want to
think
keep
if
him
you're
out,
gonna
not to
one,
make him look weak.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sheamus, pretty likely, right?
Sheamus, is Braun announced? I forget.
Braun is, yes, he's already on the list.
Okay.
Sheamus, yes, I think he's likely.
Kaiser.
Kaiser, Andrade.
Kaiser
What about
I think
Andrade.
he'll probably make it in.
What's that?
I guarantee Andrade will make it in.
What about
Andrade,
Solo?
Solo was a question mark. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
because he's been kind of gone for a little while. He could make a comeback.
Mm.
I put him in the question mark category. Maybe I put him in the maybes.
Gable's in, right? Gable's in.
Gable is already confirmed.
Dominic. Got to get some Dominic heat.
I would say Dominic, yeah, would be in there for the Heat. I would venture both the New Day guys for the Heat. I would say Kofi and Xavier.
Woods.
Jimmy Uso. Because Jimmy hasn't officially declared, but I imagine both the Usos will be up in there. So
Jimmy was hurt last time we saw him, so I don't know if Jimmy's okay.
Oh, is Jimmy still hurt? Like officially?
Well, last time we saw him, like could he be healed 2 weeks ago? Maybe. I'm just saying last we know of.
Let me do a little research real quick. Let's see what Jimmy Uso.
Finn Balor. Finn Balor's ain't doing shit.
You have the
8-town down guys. Waller in theory.
There are people who
Miz probably, right?
There are people who might be due to come back sooner than later that I've read. Ilya Dragunov, maybe. He's a question mark.
He's been working out, so like maybe. I don't know if they'll try to just save him, make sure he can make Mania. Maybe. I know he's been back working out, so he's there or almost. Again, I would put these guys.
Karrion Kross. I think Kross makes sense.
Kross could be, yeah. Karrion could be he's been on TV at least lately, so yeah, you can see.
I think he's underrated, by the way. I like his promos. I think he should get them. Maybe one of the. I wish that one of the White Six was in, but anyway, it's just one of my thing.
They just haven't even been on TV like at all, so yeah, I don't know.
Possibly the Street Profits, Ford and Dawkins.
Maybe. Yeah, I as far as like return people, people who are not on TV right now but are heavy hitters, I would say Orton is a pretty strong possibility to enter the Rumble.
I actually do really think Omos will be in it. The last time we saw him was both Battle Royals last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do bring him out for Battle Royals, and he also vacated the. He also recently vacated
the Noah tag,
the Noah title, and he said he's come back to WWE. So and it's Rumble season.
And again, there's been heavy rumors about AJ making his return and making a big splash in the Rumble, and I could definitely see that if he's ready. Because he doesn't have to be in there long, but he could come in there and make a splash. A few things.
If he was healthy, I wouldn't mind him winning. I know he's not, but probably not.
Yeah. So he's definitely a possibility. Obviously, Rock is always on the horizon. He was last year as well, but we don't know. Maybe. Maybe Otis. Maybe.
Trying to think about
Pat McAfee.
I don't want. Yeah, but I'm over that. I'm over it. I don't think we need it again.
I'm over it, but I was also over it when they did it last time. So
Corey Graves is always there too.
I actually like the idea of Pat McAfee and Corey Graves, and Graves fucking throws him out.
Yeah,
I mean they could do something like that. That's a possibility. Yeah, Corey. So
Santos Escobar.
Oh yeah, that's a shout.
Yeah, Santos, but and then we threw out our things of like Hendry and Trick, obviously. So even Obafemi is a possibility. You could see scooting in there maybe.
I don't
as
think
an
they will,
champ.
maybe.
I don't think they will, but he's on the horizon. So that's a little over 15. That's 15 to 20. You know what I mean? There's 15 to 20. I think strong possibilities. So we'll see who they actually go with. But they always leave a few. Those mid-card slots kind of open. But, yeah, I think a few of these are fairly strong, possibilities that we'll definitely see them. And then, maybe a few returns. Goldberg could be. I don't know if I'm maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think he wasn't in the Atlanta show, but I don't know. He could.
Why got to put that evil out there, guys? Why?
I know. It's like if you're going to do your thing, just do your Saudi match, get your payday and get out. You know what I mean? Like I love old school Goldberg, but I'm over him now.
And then let Gunther go over.
Yeah.
Don't even do Gunther. Fucking fight pretty deadly here. I don't know. Just
He's
stay away from the title.
Yeah. Come out and squash A-Town Down Under and go away. Your retirement.
Years ago, but like in the last few years, remember when he squashed Dolph Ziggler? I mean, like,
I was actually supposed to say how funny it would be if Nick Nemeth came out and I was like, I want a match now. Goldberg comes out. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, like that was what you used to do at the time. I'm like, fine, that's how you.
This always happens to me.
Yeah. But I just thought it'd be fun to kind of throw out, maybe fill in the rest of the gaps here. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some people that haven't. Well, again, we still have SmackDown, so I'm sure there will be 2 or 3 more declarations on SmackDown. I can see Fatu declaring on SmackDown in one of his, walking through the back thing promos. You know what I mean? That he's been doing that are fun.
He's a good promo, by the way. I didn't realize
he's a great promo. Yeah, I can see him doing that. Saying he'll throw everybody out. You could see, maybe Andrade doing a quick thing. Whoever else, a couple other people. So we forgot about Damian Priest. Damian Priest could be in the Rumble.
Damian Priest, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, for sure. So we've heard him. So yeah, he's definitely a strong possibility as well. So, So I mean, a lot of different gaps in there. We'll see what happens. I'm very excited. Again, I think what's great about this Rumble that I've been more excited for. Some of the other ones. I mean, I'm always excited for the Rumble, but yeah, all these story threads they've been able to weave into this thing and all the different motivations and the interactions and, just the character-based stuff. I'm hopefully they will set up there. A few of the fun surprises I think we're kind of expecting could be a lot of fun. I just think I'm feeling a hype for the Rumble that I haven't felt in a little while. So I'm excited for it. It might be the first full Triple H Rumble. Kind of to a degree. I think wasn't Vince still kind of hanging around on the last one, like a little bit, in the background.
It was just before. I think it was just before it, like the other allegations came out. Like he had just weaseled his way back in.
That's what I mean. And then he was gone by Mania because then Triple H came out from Mania and did his whole I'm here, it's me, let's go. It's my Mania. So yeah, I mean, I just think this might be a full one where Triple H and Nick Khan have full control over it, and they're going to be able to have some fun. So I think this is going to be a good Rumble. He's one of those guys that has sat down with a whole group of people and are going to map this whole thing out and figure it out and have fun with it. So it's going to be very exciting. We'll have a lot to talk about. I'm sure we'll have to jot down notes about all the different interactions and everything that happens and who eliminates who and all the little setups and whatnot. So maybe we'll have a clearer idea between that and the Raw after, where they might be going, in the future with some of these feuds. We'll see. Because, I don't know. Goddamn, those. Remember when we predicted Mania last year after Mania? We're probably all just way the fuck off now. We're way off now. I don't even remember, but it's probably way off the map.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hey, JPO, are you excited to see iShow Speed there doing some streaming?
No. Is he the loud one that's annoying? Or am I
he's the loud one that runs around and just runs his mouth.
No. I don't know. I'm over that. I don't know.
Which one is the loud annoying YouTube streamer again? There's some other one where
that's literally his shtick. He fucking yells a lot. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm old.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's another one that's supposed to be there too, some other guy.
I've seen that or something. Yeah.
I don't know who it is. I have no idea who this person is.
Appeal to Gen Z, but I don't know these. I don't know these people.
Now, when Mr. Beast shows up for the Rumble, then I'm excited.
I'm old and confused. I'm the fucking. I'm John Hurd.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Go away with my screen. I swear to God, they better not save one of those spots for iShow Speed. Better not be in the Rumble. I swear.
Then I get angry.
Yeah, then I get angry. If you want to have them in the front row, fucking taping or whatever, fine.
Whatever,
I swear to God, if we as many stars as they have and as many storylines they had going and great workers, I swear if they waste a spot on one of those jokers, no. I'm fine with Logan Paul being in the Rumble because he's
no, Logan's earned it.
Logan's earned it. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I swear to God, if they waste a spot on one of those guys, I will.
You legit have me upset now because I can see it happening. Please, Triple H.
Please don't.
Do you know that Logan versus Logan thing, the Paul versus Paul thing that they were doing was just a setup for their reality show and not an actual boxing fight?
Of course it was some dumb shit like that. Like anybody cared.
I was gonna say I'm surprised Logan would do that. I'm surprised either one of them would do that, which I guess is true because now they're not doing it.
Yeah, they're not gonna fight each other. Like, stop. Then it would be weird. It's like, oh, Logan comes back to wrestling and then he's got to train for a boxing match. What?
Well, it's counterproductive, and neither one of them's gonna want any one of them to look bad. Then they won't sell as much juice or whatever Jake sells.
I don't know what Jake's involved in. I know Prime Energy is like off the shelves now because there was some like lawsuit or something.
Oh no, really? I like Prime. No.
Yeah, no, the Prime Energy, not the Prime drinks. The Prime Energy drinks. They're like off the shelf. Yeah, the energy ones specifically. There was some weird thing with that. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I know that in my store now, and all the Primes got pulled. Regular Primes, most of them are gone off my shelf too. They did a reset and they're gone now. Like you mostly like yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's losing steam. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
You had a Lunchly? Are they good?
A Lunchly? Oh, Jesus.
I've never had those, no.
No. Don't they have like more chemicals than Lunchables? Like,
yeah. They look like just this like really bad pizza. Like you have
disgusting.
Very uninspired pizza.
And you get a Prime drink with your Lunchly. Ugh. All right, cool. Great.
I love to have my kid bouncing off the walls.
Yeah. 50 grams of sugar. Yeah, excellent. Anyways, no, I love Logan Paul as a wrestler. Everything outside of the ring, no. Hey, I will give him props. He did an interview with Paul Heyman on his podcast that I did listen to. It was pretty good, just because it was Paul. And he's really good. And he tells great stories. He's
the right guess. Yeah, the show's worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, Triple H was on there like a year ago. That was a good interview because it was like right after Triple H kind of like got full control and like they were talking about this, that, and the other, and that was fun. But yeah, I'll watch a wrestling related guest. Other than that, I don't care. Yeah, let's wrap it up, man. It's a very, very exciting week. We are we're pretty much like not even like a day and a half really at this point. It's almost midnight here, so 6 p.m. So we're 36 hours away from the Rumble roughly. So something like that. 48 hours, whatever it is. We're not that far from the Rumble. We'll be here before we know it. So I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good card. I think all 4 matches are gonna be great. This is one where I don't think there's a dud on the card.
Prime has been ordered. I just ordered Prime off Amazon. I wanted some. You're welcome, Logan.
But I think the men's run will be a banger. I think the women's one will be fun as well. Cody and Kevin should put on a hell of a show with their ladder match.
The undercard is also very intriguing.
That's what I mean.
A ladder match
is good.
2 out of 3 with some teams that don't get enough love on pay-per-view.
Yeah, man.
Rumbles that I can't really predict, like for certain.
I like
I'm
it.
sold. Hell yeah.
I'm sold, man. Yeah. I'm invested in every match. Yeah, it's for first time in a long time. So yeah, not a single
Take
dud.
my money, Peacock.
I'm excited. Yeah, no, log into that Peacock. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll wrap it up from there. And obviously we'll come back next week with all the skinny on the Rumble and the aftermath, whatever happens on Raw as well, where we go from there. So it should be a very, very exciting show. We'll be watching together.
We'll be like, oh, way wrong. Who saw Otis winning? Jesus.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, just put money in the bank, so you can't count him out.
Yeah. We'll wrap it up there. Richie, what you got going on?
Well, much you can find out just before we went live here. Me, Pez, and Jonathan Carey talked to Mulholland Drive. That was my first viewing, so that was a fun time. I'm also in the ASAT tournament. You can catch me on there. I did a match with Rick. So check that out. That's how that went. Also I'll be on the Anchorman recast on Monday. So I think I have some decent picks. And
I think you're also with me on Malcolm's Rankum, where we're doing Rankum Rumbles, aren't we?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm doing some good old Rankum Rumbles. So that should be interesting. Look, I'm pretty lenient towards most of the majority, like some of the Rumbles, as long as he doesn't mention like 2022 and maybe the earlier ones that didn't have any stars. That's fine.
Knowing Malcolm, his first pick's gonna be 2022. I liked it. I liked 2022.
I had fun with that Rumble. I really enjoyed it.
It was fun. Yeah.
that fucking like the greatest Royal Rumble really was a really fun Rumble in Saudi Arabia. 50 people. And come on,
Yeah.
That's
all I'm going to be thinking about. That like next year, Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
In Saudi, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm on board with that yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not, but
I'm not. I'm all for like an international Rumble, but a Saudi Rumble, I think they already get enough with 2 damn shows. Do they need 3 shows next year? No, come on, guys. You're getting greedy with that. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I got going on.
Yeah. JPO, what you got going on the Pierce Co. and all your other ventures?
Hey, yeah, we're at the Pierce Co. We're still doing some tournament action here this week. A little bit light here. Well, I was a little sickish, but we'll be getting back to normal there. Yeah, I mentioned tournament fights. You'll see me capping it up on there at some point here soonish. Let's see. I know that's the major things are out there. I'm looking forward to the Rumble this weekend, man.
Yeah, totally. I'll be mostly over on the Movie Hero Network. Yeah, we got some comedy mystery tournaments coming up. Yeah, recast for Anchorman. We'll do another Wheel of Movies in about 2 weeks. We just did Mulholland Drive for David Lynch. Check that out. That was a fun discussion. I don't have much outside of there. I called into a long time, first time earlier this evening, so you can check that out. I did a little Bill Paxton 1992 double feature, and maybe it would have been a triple if I had time with One False Move, but maybe I'll save that for next week. So you can hear about Trespass and The Vagrant if you like from 1992. If you've never seen those, check it out. And American Werewolf in Paris, we did it for our monthly mistake drinking game. So I talked about that movie. That movie sucks. All right, but so fun time there. JP, always appreciate you doing that on Thursday. That's always a good time. Gives me a reason
those are fun.
Watch some stuff and check in with that.
I haven't been on the last couple of times. I'm going to be honest, I've forgotten. So like I'll be on there.
Yeah, if I watch something not recent, I try to check in. You know what I mean? But like usually I'm always going to the theater, or lately was like watching.
What's tomorrow's tournament fight? What's tomorrow's?
Brian's celebrities.
I'll be there voting on Canadians, I guess. Cool.
Yeah, just Canadian people. He's got a few wrestlers in there, so maybe we can get him to the final. I don't know. Vote Kevin.
We'll see.
You can vote Kevin Owens all the way through to the finals.
Terrence versus Phillip.
Yeah. So that'll be it. But we'll wrap it up from there. The Barb should be back on next week discussing the Rumble, I believe. So throw your damn predictions in our group chat, will you? Do it before Saturday. All right, no doing it after the fact. But yeah, we'll reconvene next week and discuss all the happenings of the Rumble once it's in the bag. And we'll come back for the Lonely Marks. It should be a fun discussion. So we'll wrap it up from there for the Lonely Marks this evening. So for the Barbs, who's on assignment, for Richie Goodacre, for Mr. JPO, I am Austin Pez Howell, and we'll see you guys next week.